Hello YouTube, baby, Andy back again after another fairly long layoff from making videos and whatnot. I've been busy, been away on holiday. I missed Blackpool. I know loads of you guys went. I saw lots of the footage and yeah, it was awesome. I was kind of jealous I wasn't there, but at the same time we went to the south of France, so you know, it was all good. So yeah, in the time I've been away, I've bought a lot of games. So I'm going to sort of bash through this pickup video quite quickly because I think I've got like 10 or maybe 11, 12 games covering 4 different systems. One of which is a PS4 game as well. So yeah, another new gen game. So guys that have watched my channel for any sort of amount of time might notice pickup number one is already here. I've totally changed my setup. I'm now down to just the one monitor, and the Bang & Olufsen monitor has been sadly sort of retired for now anyway. So yeah, that'll be like getting put away in the cupboard, and yeah, I sort of use it as a spare if need be. So I'll just quickly show you what I've done. I've got my friend to make me a unit basically. And yeah, he's good with carpentry and woodwork and stuff, and he whips it up for me and we painted it, and it has made my setup like 100 times better. So I'll just quickly show you. Sorry, bear with me. Right, so obviously I wouldn't normally have the chair so close to it, it's just for the sake of filming. So yeah, here we go. Got the yeah, PAL Snes, Slim PS2, NTSC Snes, AV Famicom and NES, both RGB modded. Yeah, and on top at the moment I've got a Mega Drive with the Master System, and a Saturn's going to go alongside it, which is still in my cupboard I believe. Let's just zoom out a bit. So yeah, there's the new setup, and yeah, it's a bit of a mess down the back, but we'll have a quick look. Oh, that's the other thing, I've got into buying vinyl. Don't do that. That's worse than computer games. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess down the back, but I've got it in such a way that yeah, the wires through the back go out these little gaps, so it's really yeah, it looks pretty tidy for the most part. So yeah, there we go. Pickup number one, new cabinet. Is that roughly back? That'll do. Okay. That'll do. Right, okay, so let's do some games. There's some box Snes stuff which I'll save for last. One of those games is awesome. What I'll do is I'll do the PS4 game first. So I spoke about this before, but I don't play a lot of new stuff really. It's not for the want of trying. I do pick stuff up sometimes, and I sort of struggle a lot with modern games, but there was one game that came out last year which I really enjoyed. It was pretty old school, and yeah, single player first person shooter, loads of fun, really violent, and had a good storyline. And I don't even particularly like first person shooters, but this one had such a satisfying like shooting mechanic. I loved it. And what I did, I picked up the DLC content, although they released it on a disc. So I grabbed Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, which is yeah, a sort of prequel to the New Order. And yeah, so far I probably played 4 hours of it. It's really cheap, it's like £11, maybe a little bit more than that. And yeah, I've played about 4 hours of it, and to be honest, it doesn't quite sort of live up to the New Order, but it's still really good. And yeah, I mean, for 11 quid, it's, you know, easily worth the money. So if you didn't play Wolfenstein last year and you've got a PS4, or I think it even came out on the last gen stuff, yeah, give it a go because it's really cool. So yeah, I've got like 6 NES games to show you, but 3 of which are replacements for PAL copies. Any of the guys on the Tubby Tubers page might have noticed just before Blackpool I tried to flog my PAL copy of Mega Man 1 because I wanted the American copy. And yeah, I ended up selling it on eBay anyway. It went really quickly. I don't even know if I don't know if I underpriced it. I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, I've grabbed the NTSC version of one of the best platform games ever made, and it gets a lot of stick in the series because the series improved so much. But I still love the first one, and yeah, it's the first Mega Man, and the American box art is ridiculous in a good way. So there we go, Mega Man 1. And similarly, I replaced my PAL Mega Man 2 with NTSC. And I mean, there's not enough, you can't say enough good things about Mega Man 2. Incredible game. And I also, this isn't actually a replacement, I tell a lie. This one I hadn't got up until now, and I grabbed Mega Man 4, which, now, Mega Man 3, I don't know how far you guys have played it, if you finished it or what. Mega Man 3 is a hard Mega Man game. I think it's a lot harder than the first two. I certainly found it that way anyway. I did finish it, but this one, I think this one's harder again. So I haven't got through it yet. It's a lot more polished, I think, again, than say the second and even the third one. And yeah, it's good. It's really good. Brutally hard though. And still on a Nes ting, I've got, I don't know where that came from. I've got a game that I think only came out in PAL regions, but you correct me if I'm wrong. So there aren't many good Ghostbusters games out there, and this is one of them. And it is new Ghostbusters 2, which is like a sort of top-down shooter with a kind of cool mechanic where you control two Ghostbusters at once. You can choose who they are, and one's got the trap and one that's got the proton pack. And yeah, it's really good. It's a really excellent little game. The only slightly strange thing is the choice to make Winston blue. I don't know whether I think it was like a Nes palette thing or something, but anyway, it's a cool game, and yeah, I think it's getting quite rare actually. I mean, there's still like 3 or 4 on eBay all the time, but they sort of jump around in price, so I'm glad to have that. Alright, so in the last video I made, I sort of mentioned how I felt like the NES had like the best selection of action platform games, and I stand by it. And so I grabbed a couple of slightly more obscure NES platformers, you know, away from the obvious sort of Mega Mans and Contras, Super Cs, etc. And firstly I grabbed Shatterhand, NTSC again, and yeah, this game is just amazingly good fun. Side-scrolling action platformer where you just punch the shit out of everything, and yeah, big explosions, and I love it. It's a brilliant game, really cool. And in a similar sort of vein, another action platformer again, and there's a couple of things that make this game really awesome. Firstly, the box, the sticker art, the box art is so cool, and the soundtrack is really cool. And the game is Journey to Silius, and this is a sort of side-scrolling shooter action platformer, and yeah, the music in this game is just phenomenal. I was talking to Dave the other day on the phone, Retro Dave, and I said, oh yeah, got Journey to Silius, some YouTuber used it as their channel music, and yeah, he's like, yeah mate, it's me. So yeah, there you go. Cracking music in that game, very good. Alright, that's the end of the NES gear. I've got 3 Master System games because, yeah, in the last video I sort of mentioned I picked up the Master System converter. It's not a system, it's a system I played a lot when I was little, but haven't collected for up until now. I think, I don't really know why. I think because the Mega Drive holds more fondness for me, and I sort of felt like I had enough to buy for, but the Master System's cheap. Well, a lot of the games are cheap. So yeah, I've picked up some ones that I used to play a lot around a friend's house. And yeah, they're all good titles, one of which is a budget title, and it was a budget title even back then. I swear I remember it being like £9.99 even back in the day, when Master System games were more sort of, you know, £30–35. And the game is The Ninja. A really push the boat out with the box up, but it's really cool. And to be honest, I haven't played this game since buying it, and I haven't played it since I was probably 10 or 11 years old, so I still haven't had a chance to put it on yet. I've been so busy. But yeah, a lot of fond memories of playing it. I remember it being really, really difficult, but I don't know whether that was me being a kid and being useless. Maybe it'll be a lot easier now, I don't know. But yeah, a lot of nostalgia in that game for me. Now, these two as well, my brothers and I used to hang around with these other kids that had a Master System, and I played both of these titles at their house. I think one is the sort of Sega classic arcade coin-op conversion, if you like, Shinobi. I love that box art. It's like so nostalgic to me seeing that. And I remember playing this when I was young and struggling on Ken O, the first boss. And yeah, I played it the other day and it was so straightforward. So yeah, it goes to show, you know, you probably get a bit better as you grow up. But yeah, I love the bonus stage as well. The sort of 3D ninjas jumping at you, throwing stars. And of course, Shinobi's such an iconic Sega character, so it's cool to have the first game. I told you there was a lot of games, didn't I? I've still got 4 to go. We're getting there. Yeah, again, like I say, same situation, a Master System game. I used to play around a friend's house, and another coin-op conversion. I think it is considered the best version of it, and it is great 2-player, and it's Bubble. So yeah, everyone's played Bubble one way or another. And yeah, like I say, apparently this is superior to the NES version, so really pleased to have that. Yeah, I'm really showing inside the boxes, but there we go. Manual and cart all in there. The cart looks immaculate. I mean, the manual's got a few creases and whatnot, but really pleased with that. So some more stuff for the old Master System, which is awesome. And finally, we come to the box Snes stuff. And 2 of these games I would describe as budget, and I mean they're still cool games. And the other one's slightly, slightly sort of higher in price and more desirable, I guess. And it's a cracking game as well. All right, so I'll do them in quality order. Yeah, the first game is one of the sort of few games that use the FX chip in the SNES. You've probably guessed it already. It's not the obvious one. It's the slightly less obvious one. Stunt Race FX. So yeah, it's all boxed and complete. It's been sort of squashed somewhat, but I'm not super fussy about the condition of my SNES games. Like, they're so expensive to collect anyway. That beggars can't be choosers. I just get them as I can. I don't like them if they're super tatty, but anything like this is cool. Yeah, it's all, I believe it's all box complete. This is it's a nice cheap pickup, this. And yeah, it's a sort of 3D race game with an abysmal frame rate and a very small sort of image where you can play. Obviously the SNES can't really do 3D that well, but you know, it's good fun. I really like it actually. So there's that, Stunt Race FX. So the next game is the 3rd in the series of action platforming movie tie-ins, and I did a vid reviewing the original one. I don't actually have the second one, but I grabbed this because the guy, I bought it from America, and he offered it to post it for me for like next to nothing when I asked if he'd send to the UK, so I just grabbed it. And it's in really good condition, this one. And it's Return of the Jedi. Now, from what I've played of it, it isn't as good as Super Star Wars, which I think, despite being heavily flawed in certain aspects, is still a really great game. I don't think the mechanics of this one work quite so well. It does do a really good job though of like representing the movie and showing you like various various set pieces and scenes from the film. So I do still enjoy playing it. It's just not quite as sort of robust as the first one, but yeah, it's all there. And yeah, it's right. Just notice the instructions are black and white. I guess they're supposed to be like that. So yeah, that's cool. Return of the Jedi. I need to grab Empire Strikes Back somehow. I'd sooner get the NTSC one as well. I'd have to try and track it down. I know there is one on eBay in the UK at the moment, but the guy wants too much money for it. So yeah, I'll hang in there till I can grab one somewhere else. Okay, so finally, this is yeah, definitely the highlight of the pickups this week, this month. I've done quite a bit of wheeler dealing actually, sort of moving stuff along and, you know, trying to sort of refine what I'm collecting and what I'm not. And I got this at a really good price, especially considering the price that it goes from the States. I don't know if sometimes you can grab like NTSC, Snes games here for like a little bit less money because not so many people are collecting USA stuff. But I think that's what happened here. I got a pretty good deal on it. And the game is the third game in a series, and I'll just show you. So it's Contra-free, the Alien Wars, which yeah, it's just such a cool game. I mean, everyone's played Contra, obviously, and this one sort of just expands on it. And great sound, great graphics, pitched at about the right difficulty as well, and yeah, it uses sort of the Snes, what do you call it, mode 7 quite a bit, and there's top-down levels, and yeah, it's just a really cool shooter. So yeah, all in there. Awesome. So yeah, those were the old pickups for today, and yeah, I'm pretty pleased with them. I've sort of been slightly sort of hesitant and slow in picking up games. I'm trying to sort of get the best deals I can and be a little bit more selective in what I'm buying. It probably sounds weird, having just shown you stunt race effects, but you know, I've got fond memories of that one. So anyway, so there we go. Today's pickups, not too bad. Some good stuff in there. Right then, guys. Thanks very much for watching, as ever, and give us a comment or a subscription or whatever if you haven't already. And yeah, I will hopefully be doing another pickups video in the next couple of weeks. Got some cool stuff on the way. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks very much. Bye bye.